Hello and welcome to Secrets of Organ Playing podcast.
This is a show dedicated to helping you become a better organist.
We're your hosts, Vidas
And Aušra Motūzaitė Pinkevičienė.
We have over 25 years of experience of playing the organ.
And we've been teaching thousands of organists online from 89 countries since 2011.
So now let's jump in and get started with the podcast for today.
We hope you'll enjoy it.
Hi guys, this is Vidas.
And Aušra.
Let's start episode 609 of Secrets of Organ Playing podcast. This question was sent by Robert, and he writes, Dear Vidas, thank you so much for the video of you working on Vierne Final, Symphony No. 1. Within just the first 3 minutes, I learned so much about how to practice properly. The key word here is properly. I, of course, practice, and I'm a slow learner, but I get there. Usually sections at a time and slowly, but watching you slowly and what appears to me slight hesitation at certain points to read ahead. I may be misinterpreting what you're doing, but it makes sense and allows for a much smoother transition from section to section until the full work is learned and brought up to speed. I've listened to more than 3 minutes, but not the complete video, which I will do now. I can't wait to see what's ahead that I will learn. You are such a good human being and make the world a better place. Thank you. Warm regards to you both, Robert.
What a nice letter to write. Thank you very much, Robert.
Of course, Robert refers to my recent video where I showed my own practice method, how to master Vierne's Final from his first symphony in 11 steps. What do you think about my method, Aušra?
Well, I think it's working, obviously, because I see the results of your playing. But I don't have so much patience as you do.
Oh, that's strange, because I always knew that I am the impatient one.
Not in practicing the organ, obviously.
My mind is scattered all over the place and I jump from one hobby to the next faster than you can think of. But you are sort of steadfast and very stable. Do you think you can't spend like 30 minutes with one step or two?
Well, it surely would be very hard.
Why? Can you share with us your hesitation?
Well, I'm not sure that, I could play throughout the piece and stop at, let's say, what you do. Every other quarter note or whatever.
It's systematic, right? First I stop at every quarter note, then at every half note, then at every measure, 2 measures, 4 measures, every line, 2 lines, 1 page, 2 pages, 4 pages, 8 pages, and so on. If the work is longer than 8 pages, then basically you need 11 steps.
Well, but you see, have you ever tried this method on a completely new piece to you?
Definitely. I learned Mendelssohn's Prelude and Fugue number 1 in C minor this way.
Because definitely this piece by Louis Vierne, this finale from the first symphony, is not a new piece for you. You are sort of repeating it.
Yes, you can trace it back in my YouTube channel. It's one of the first pieces I put there from back in 2006, I think. I brought the recording from University of Nebraska-Lincoln. It was one of my doctoral recitals, right?
Yes, I think so.
And I'm refreshing this symphony right now, working on every movement, and I think I haven't done the tutorial on how to master the third movement yet. What is called cantabile or something. Siciliana maybe, but it's in 6-8 meter. It's a very nice, not very slow movement, but sort of moderate slow tempo. And I also intend to do this in 10 steps too.
But don't you think that this method of learning might influence some people to not being to play correctly in a right rhythm after practicing like this?
I see your point, that at first I stop at every quarter note,
Yes.
or if the beat is, let's say, 8 note, then I stop at every 8 note, even smaller segment. And then you think that people will have a hard time to practicing in the right rhythms, right?
Yes, that's what I'm thinking. That's why I like to practice slowly, but in a smooth sort of tempo.
That's one way of looking at it, of course. But remember, the second step is already larger than the first one, and stopping at half note values makes the quarter notes already the right way, right?
But it takes so much time.
And we don't have much time
Yes.
doing what,
Doing other things as well.
such as.
Well, I'm not. I want to start naming them all because I do a lot in life.
And I don't, of course, because I just play and sing all day long.
Like Mary, yes, or like Georgiana from Pride and Prejudice.
Yes, that was a great movie. You know, um, I see your point actually, and that's where we are different, right? In this way, I'm very methodical, but I'm not always practicing this way. Only in certain pieces when I'm having difficulty, or when my uh, due date is approaching, deadline is approaching, and I know that I don't have a lot of time, and my method is faster than playing without the system, right? So it actually shortens the process if I do this methodically. But I can also understand for why it's hard for people to focus and stay focused for, let's say, 2 weeks with this method and one piece. It takes about that, because one step requires at least 3 correct repetitions in a row, each step. So it's a little bit unrealistic to do one step every day, new step every day. I think you have to spend maybe 3 days per one step, don't you think?
Yeah, yes, but usually, I'm really happy if I can play all my pieces that I'm working right now one time in a slow tempo each day. It's already an accomplishment for me.
Twice would be better than once.
Sure.
Notice how you're practicing, for example, now Frank's A minor chorale and litanies by Jean Alain. And whenever you don't have time to do it twice, then you feel a little bit, how to say, unsatisfied.
Yes, because when the next day it's almost like, repeating the same practices I had yesterday. Sort of, you look with a new eyes at the same piece.
Yes, if you play it twice every day, then all things being equal, it will take twice as little of time.
Yes, but if you have to practice solo pieces and duet pieces at the same time, then sometimes you simply don't have time or energy, left to play such a big piece, let's say, as Frank's chorale twice.
How Joseph Krauss said, that's a life in a big city.
True, but it also hurts hands.
Can you tell us who Joseph Krauss is?
Yes, he was our theory professor at UNL when we were working on our doctoral program, and actually we both worked, Vidas and I worked both as his TA.
Teaching assistant.
Yes, teaching assistants in the theory field. So, and this was a man with a sad face, which he draw at one of his assignment lists, which was very hard. So, this man was very unhappy, and the picture said that's a life in a big city.
Yeah, if you are not rushing, if you are not doing things more than you think you're capable of doing, then probably you're not living in a big city, right?
Yes.
Where life is much slower.
And actually, during the quarantine, we haven't lived in a big city because we didn't have to go to the city every morning and to return back home every evening. So we saved a lot of time and we could practice more.
Do you feel refreshed because of that?
Well, yes and no, because today I was catching myself thinking how nice it would be to go to school back on the September 1st. And it never happened to me before.
You want to go to school?
Yes, I want to go to school.
Basically to work.
Yes.
And not to stay here and do online teaching.
Sure.
That's interesting. Hopefully your wish will be granted in September.
Well, looking at the new numbers of the corona situation right now, I doubt it. Maybe at the beginning of September, maybe October, but then who knows? We might be staying at home.
And also, who knows what our government will decide if they will announce the quarantine or not, because if they will announce the quarantine, that will hurt the economy. And they don't want to do that too much.
Sure, it's really scary. So I just hope that vaccine will be developed pretty soon and all the intelligent people might get it.
I mean, with intelligent people, you mean people who believe in vaccines?
Yes.
I see.
Who believe in progress.
And science.
Sure.
And reason.
True.
And that the earth is not flat.
Do you think there are still people who believe that the earth is flat?
Just Google.
And that the stork brought you?
Stork, yeah. Just Google earth is flat and you will be surprised. I think there is a growing movement of people who believe that earth is flat. People never went to the moon, for example, and so on.
I remember that old movie about one African guy, very nice guy who I don't remember what was the name of his tribe, but he found a bottle from Coca-Cola.
Yes.
And he was traveling to find the edge of the earth and to throw the bottle down. Mm-hmm. And actually he found it.
Like a cliff.
Yes. Mm-hmm. And he was very happy.
Oh yeah. It was one of the bush people.
I think so.
Mm-hmm. In Kalahari Desert.
Yes.
Great. So guys, we hope this conversation was useful to you. Please keep sending us your questions. We love helping you grow. And remember, when you practice,
miracles happen.
This podcast is supported by Total Organist, the most comprehensive organ training program online.
It has hundreds of courses, coaching, and practice materials for every area of organ playing. Thousands of instructional videos and PDFs. You will not find more value anywhere else online.
Total Organist helps you to master any piece perfect your technique, develop your sight reading skills, and improvise or compose your own music and much, much more.
Sign up and begin your training today at organduo.lt and click on Total Organist. And of course, you will get the first month free too. You can cancel anytime.
If you like our organ music, you can also support us on Patreon and get free CDs.
Find out more at patreon.com/secrets of organ playing.